Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating journey through time, exploring some of the most mind-bending Mandela effects from the 80s and 90s. For those new to the concept, the Mandela effect refers to a phenomenon where a large group of people remember something in a particular way, but it turns out to be incorrect or different from historical records. The Mandela effect got its name from a phenomenon where a significant number of people remembered Nelson Mandela dying in the 1980s during his imprisonment in South Africa. However, Mandela actually passed away in 2013 after having served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. This widespread and shared false memory puzzled many and sparked interest in similar occurrences, leading to the term Mandela effect. Before we get started though, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss an adventure down the retro rabbit hole. Now, let's dive in. Let's face it, one of the best parts about being a kid in the 80s and 90s had to be Saturday morning cartoons. We would grab a bowl of sugary cereal, sit down in front of the TV, and watch cartoons without a care in the world. Perhaps you remember grabbing a bowl of Froot Loops? Many of us vividly remember this iconic cereal being spelled as Froot Loops. But brace yourselves, because in reality, it's always been spelled Froot Loops with 2 O's. Okay, so you've got your cereal and you're flipping through channels and you come across the Berenstain Bears. Wait a second, is that what they were called? Guess again. They were actually the Berenstain Bears with an A, but for whatever reason, millions of people specifically remember it being the Berenstain Bears with an E. Time to get dressed. You head back to your room and pick out your clothes for the day. You look for your Fruit of the Loom underwear. Certainly we all remember the Fruit of the Loom logo looking like this, right? Well, hold on a second. Large numbers of people swear that the Fruit of the Loom logo had a large cornucopia behind the fruit, when in actuality, no such logo ever existed. No outfit is complete without a good pair of kicks, right? So you grab your Skechers, but wait, something's off again. Once again, people seem to recall Skechers having a T in the name. This is another common misconception, as the name has always simply been Skechers with no T. Nowhere is the Mandela effect more noticeable than in TV and movies. It's hard to imagine that some people would misremember a famous line from a movie they have seen several times, but that's exactly what has happened over and over. We all know the famous
"Luke, I am your father"
line from The Empire Strikes Back. But what if I told you that line was never said? Here's what Darth Vader actually says.
"No, I am the father."
And who among us hasn't heard or even uttered the famous line?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Well, that would also be incorrect. Take a look at what is really said in this iconic scene.
My mom always said, life was like a box of chocolates.
There are countless examples of this throughout movies and TV. Probably the most famous example has millions of people worldwide all distinctly remembering watching a 90s comedy film starring the comedian Sinbad as a genie called Shazam. Except, here's the twist, no such movie was ever made. Everywhere we look, we can find examples of how collective memories can be incorrect. Let's take a look at some logos from some products we all know and see which version you remember. The Mandela effect goes beyond TV, movies, and products. It has also given many people varying memories of the world we live in. The Challenger space shuttle accident took place on January 28, 1986. However, there are a large number of people who firmly believe it happened years earlier. Even people's perception of world geography can be different. How do we explain the large numbers of people who distinctly remember learning that the United States has 52 states instead of 50, or those who remember a world map that shows New Zealand being northeast of Australia instead of southeast? And there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour through the strange and often perplexing world of the Mandela Effect, with a special focus on how it's reshaped our memories of the 80s and 90s. It's fascinating to see how collective memories, even those shared by thousands, can sometimes diverge from the cold, hard facts. From the misremembered spelling of Froot Loops to the non-existent Shazam movie starring Sinbad, these examples show just how malleable and unreliable our memories can be. So what do you think? Are these just quirks of human memory, or is there something deeper at play? Have you experienced the Mandela Effect with your own memories of the 80s and 90s? Drop your stories and theories in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss another dive down the retro rabbit hole. See you in the next video.